Okay, so now we're going to move on to what's called the press, or in the fitness world, sometimes they call it a strict press. This is essentially taking any type of load and pressing it up over your head. So it usually is at around chest height, and you press it up overhead. From face on, it looks something like this, and from the side, it looks something like this. Okay, so the points of performance that we were looking at for that one is in the middle, and the second one is squeeze button. Okay, so if we're in the middle, when we're trying to find the strongest point in our body, typically it's found at what's called center mass. And there's a center mass that goes through the middle, and there's a center mass that goes through the side of our body. This one here is called the frontal plane, and that's where we want to keep the load, which is the weight. Okay, so this is the weight in this instance right now, and we want to try and keep this weight when we press it up overhead as close to that middle line in the middle line that's called the frontal plane as we possibly can. There's no way to do that totally because we can't put this object through our body, but we need to try and find a way in order to try and get it as close as we possibly can. If there's a dotted line that I was cut right in half right here, then you'd be able to see that that's the frontal plane, and we're trying to stick to that line as much as we possibly can. Okay, so if we're in the middle, the incorrect way for this would be if you're having this at chest height, hands on the bar right here, okay? And then you press it out this way, and then it comes over your head, okay? So obviously you can see it follows this arc here, and that's inefficient. It's not going to go through the most center line of your body, or as close to that as we possibly can get. So it looks something like this. The correct way to do this is you want to make sure that it's going to go through the middle of your body. If you have the misfortune of having a large chin, like myself, you're going to have to get that out of the way, or move your back just a little bit, just slightly. You can't go like this because, again, that's going to put us out of balance with the middle of our body. But we can move our chin backwards. Hopefully you can see my face here. So we move it backwards, and then we press it up overhead like so, keeping it in the middle of our body as much as we possibly can. Bringing it down, get my face out of the way, back to what's called the front rack position. You don't have to know what that is, but it's at shoulder height, okay? So in the middle, we want to keep it in the middle of our body as much as we can, just like so. And not like this. That's not what we want. That's not what we want either. Right through the middle. As much as we possibly can. That's in the middle.